alright. Okay.
Hi everyone. Tonight I'm going to do a pick a card reading from the perspective of your person. So whoever you came to this reading about, this is going to be as if this person went to a tarot reader. What would a tarot reader tell your person about you? Okay. I'm going to pull some messages from your person cards, and then I'll allow you to do the pick a card portion. So let me pull you 3 cards here. Spirit, what is the viewer's person? What kind of reading would the viewer's person get about them if they went to a tarot reader? Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So this is for pile 1. This is for pile 2. And for pile 3. Starting with pile 1, what's the message that I'm now going to start referring to you as if you were your person, your love interest, your crush, your ex, whoever? Okay? So this is a reading about you, viewer. So what would pile 1's person say to them? What message is there? I settled for something I no longer want. So your person has settled for something they no longer want. Let's see what this is about. Pull some tarot on this. Spirit, give us more insight on this person settling for something they no longer want. That might be another person in a relationship, some sort of living arrangement, some sort of work arrangement. Tell us about pile 1's person, please. So pile 1's person. What's going on with pile 1's person? What's their energy? Got the 5 of Wands, so this is talking about unsatisfied desires, struggle, hard work, competition, petty ego battles, and the Ace of Wands. Fire energy, your person may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it looks like the Ace of Wands is talking about a new beginning, something that you're passionate about. Your person is moving from a time of conflict and strife into a time of a new beginning, something that's going to be more adventurous, something that's going to bring them better fortune, and yeah, just a fresh new start, because they've been through this really conflicted time of arguing, competition, or maybe for some it's just been a time of preparation if they were in school and now they're getting out and are able to get into their career field, something like that. But there is a new beginning indicated after a period of struggle. The King of Coins in reverse wanted to come out, so this is talking about corruption. This is the Earth sign energy. This could be in one or both of your charts. It's talking about unfaithfulness. This generally talks about a masculine energy who has been vicious, basically, and not a nice person, and would use any means to achieve their desired end. So it's kind of the 5 of Swords energy, I feel, when the King of Coins comes in reverse. So let's see what this is about. Maybe this King of Coins is the reason for the struggle that your person has gone through, and the new beginning is to get away from this person, I feel, or this energy of just being in a bad situation with untrustworthy people who would use your person for whatever they could get out of them. Now, it could have been that they feel that you treated them this way, take what resonates, that you were greedy or corrupt or unfaithful to them, and what they're wanting now is to begin anew and put the past behind them, including this energy of the King of Coins in reverse. We've got the Hierophant in reverse, so this is talking about overkindness. It's talking about a lot of errors or repeated errors in being vulnerable, giving up. So this person, your person, is in a period of giving up, likely due to, you know, this corruption that they've experienced at your hands, at the hands of this earth sign energy. It is unfortunate this person's been through so much conflict, so much struggle, and in order to move forward to their new beginning, they need to give it up, surrender, which is a very healthy thing. It's not a bad thing to surrender when it's time to let go of something in order to move forward. You need to cut your losses and do what's best for you, always. And I feel that this is what your person is doing. I think they probably were very kind. And this could be you, viewer. You were very kind to this person and you repeatedly made errors and they just repeatedly took advantage of you. But take it how it resonates. Your person has been taken advantage of, likely by an earth sign energy, maybe a Taurus, and they're over it. They're done being what they consider foolish, and they're giving up on that and moving forward instead. They're sort of bucking tradition. If there was some certain expectation, or maybe this is you, viewer, you had an expectation of how you were supposed to behave. This led you to act in a negative energy towards your love interest. It caused a lot of conflict that needed ending so that you can have this passionate new beginning with the Ace of Wands. So let's see. But your person is really the one who is moving forward from this time. They're giving up because they found their strength. This is a Leo energy card. They have the courage to fight a battle and win. And if you have been the battle, they found the courage to stand up to you. If not you, then if it's at work, as the coins can represent work, if it has to do with traditions of the family or of their church, whatever the case may be, they are overcoming their fears regarding the situation. They have the conviction and the energy to take action, even be a little bit defiant with the Strength card, to move forward, to get out of this conflicted period, and to overcome their competition and their obstacles. They have the strength, and they've had the strength. Your person's a very strong person, and they've really tapped into their strength in order to stand up to whatever it is that's been holding them back in their life, whether that be you or something else, or someone else, or tradition, or a set of rules or systems. They're tapping into their inner confidence, and they're accomplishing their goal of moving forward and having a new beginning, creating something new in their life. And they're going to benefit from this new beginning. So whatever it is that they settled for, you know, if it was a marriage situation or a committed relationship, whether that be with you or someone else, with the tradition card in reverse, it says that that time has ended, that this person has tapped into their strength in order to come away from a person or a situation that was unhealthy for them, didn't appreciate them. Now we've got the Two of Swords in reverse, so that speaks about the decision being made. And so they've made their decision regarding the situation. If they haven't taken action to move away from this unhealthy situation and have this new beginning, then they certainly are going to, and they're in the middle of doing so. This was spurred on or brought on by, you know, there were some lies, some backstabbing going on here, something really, you know, hurt your person. It looks like it was lies, or people who weren't who they said they were, misrepresented themselves. Maybe with this King of Coins in reverse, acted like they were a really earthy, you know, caring, down-to-earth individual, and then come to find out they just really wanted to get what's theirs, or you know, were only out for themselves, and were backstabbers, basically. They wanted to achieve their desires at any cost. And so this is what spurred on. That was the last straw for your person. The last straw for your person was finding out that they had been fooled, and that made them make the choice to have a new beginning. One more in alignment with their true spirit, which I find is like a passionate, this is a passionate person, fire sign energy, I feel. They might have fire sign in their chart, doesn't have to be. Page of Wands, they might have gotten a, I feel that they were mixed up for a long time. Speaking of passionate and fiery energy, this is the Page of Fire in reverse. And so they were very, very confused regarding this connection with you. And there was a lot of indecision regarding it. There was perhaps some gossip. And it was an inability to make a decision based on what they felt that they should do according to, you know, the way that they were raised, their conventional viewpoints. I mean, even if they're a free spirit, if they were raised a certain kind of way to have certain moral codes or standards or rules that they followed, you know, if they were any way instilled with some sort of tradition, that was what was holding them back from making a decision that they knew that they should make. And it was also, it was causing them to be in a negative energy with you. If they were in a negative energy with you, if they were talking bad about you, if they were just unhappy with you. And so if they've communicated with you in any way, it could have been you know, a confusing communication for one or both of you, because of this person being in this negative headspace regarding, you know, their traditional values. But I see them turning their traditions on their head because they found the strength within themselves to, you know, be an individual who loves themselves enough to honor their own desires and to put aside other people's viewpoints in order to do what's best for them. It's a very healthy place for them to be. And as a result, we've got another ace, 2 aces on the board, the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords in this deck is about love. I feel that this person does love you, or does have love for you. It's also a card about, you know, cutting out the BS. So if you, viewer, were the one in the negative earth sign energy, they're cutting that crap out. So if you don't change or correct your behavior or get the help that you need to get in order to turn things around, they will be cutting you out. You won't be part of their new beginning. And conversely, if your person is the one in this negative head and heart space, then you'll be cutting them out, or at least thinking about it, because the Swords is always about thinking and thoughts and the mind. But there's a lot of determination here with the Ace of Swords, and it's a card about triumph and power, success, and achieving your goal. Also, you know, deep emotional feelings, believe it or not, with this card. So great determination to if they have left you, viewer, then they had to summon a lot of determination and a lot of inner strength in order to do that, because they did have very deep emotions for you, or do have very deep emotions for you. And since the message from your person says they settled for something they no longer want, if this is a third-party situation, which it very well might be, then this person is cutting out the other person that they are with, because they realize that they no longer want that person, and they finally summoned up the strength to move towards, you know, a new beginning, to get themselves out of a bad situation. So this could apply vice versa. Take it as it resonates, but there is some removing, and it's just based in really deep determination to remove falsehoods and just treacherous people, and perhaps even friend groups that are gossiping about this connection, gossiping about you, just anybody who's behaving two-faced or in an untrustworthy way, in any kind of way. This person has gathered up the strength to really make that decision and to have this new beginning. And definitely there is going to be a new beginning here with 2 aces on the board. So the Moon card in reverse talks about a minor deception that was recognized before any real damage was done. So a bunch of little mistakes that added up to a big mistake. And again, taking advantage of someone. So your person felt taken advantage of, and they felt taken advantage of by you, I feel. And for that reason, you know, this has resulted in them wanting out of this situation. Realizing that the connection that you had, the way that you had it, is not what they want anymore going forward. So do they want to move forward with you in any kind of way? Do they see a future with you? Three of Cups in reverse. This talks about in excess of pleasure and delays, lack of appreciation and superfluidity. So I feel like this person, your person that you came to watch the video for, is, you know, they're having a good time right now. Maybe in excess, maybe they're going out with their friends, they're partying it up. If not, this is what they want to do. This is where their energy is pulling them to, which puts a delay to any new beginning that they're going to have with you, viewer. They may love you, but there is been so much water under the bridge, some negativity between the two of you in this connection, or the connection that they had with the person they no longer want, that that they're going to maybe, you know, overdo it in the partying or good times department, whether that just be, you know, going out to eat or spending a lot of money or just anything that they're going to self-indulge in. Also, this card, so new beginning is coming, but there is a delay for the two of you in your connection due to this person wanting to enjoy themselves. Maybe they've gone through a long period where they weren't allowed to do that, to enjoy themselves. But also it talks about the end of a third party situation. So we already said that this is a third party situation for many of you who are watching this, and that is ending, as we, you know, it looks like it's ending. So see. Oh, here we go. The Sun in reverse. So the Sun card is always positive and brings some positivity to a spread, regardless of if it's in reverse or not. Of course, if it is in reverse, that does talk about perhaps, you know, the good times and the warm feelings not coming to the connection or to you in the way that you would expect it to be. So be prepared and open for that fact, because this person, you know, being stuck in a situation that they felt like they couldn't win, that made them feel very vulnerable, and you know, being the center of gossip, whether that be at home or at work or with you in this connection, this has really made this person feel sort of alone, maybe even persecuted, and just unhappy. There's unhappiness associated with the Sun in reverse, and the future is clouded between the two of you at this time, due to the fact that even if you love each other romantically, there is a lack of friendship indicated with the Sun card. So a word of advice, maybe when you are in contact with this person going forward, you need to really tap into your friendship potential. Not that friendship is all that you're going to end up being, but there is a need to know each other as friends, as people, and like each other as friends, and have that be the basis for any romantic relationship or connection going forward, so that you can avoid some of the pitfalls that have either happened between the two of you in the past. If this earth sign energy in these reversed Hierophant, etc., if that's about you, then there's a need to get to know each other anew as friends and have that as your foundation to go forward to have a more healthy, loving, romantic relationship. Or if this person is leaving a third party to come towards you, you still need to, you know, start off as friends, even if you are or have been romantically involved, because there is a lack of friendship that is being shown here with the Sun in reverse, and for that reason your connection is cloudy going forward at this time. So this is also a card of a broken engagement or a broken marriage. So if the two of you are in separation, this is indicating that it had a lot to do with you know, just immaturity and someone feeling taken advantage of, your person feeling taken advantage of. a lack of proper communication, and by that I mean just mixed messages, mixed signals, and maybe you were talking to other people about the connection instead of talking to your person. You should have been talking to your person instead of talking to others, and your person felt betrayed by that. So what other cards? We've got another Leo card, and the moon is Pisces energy. One more card for pile one regarding their future together with this person. Queen of Wands upright, some more fire sign energy. So the Queen of Wands upright does speak about, it's a positive omen for a connection or relationship in the future. And it says that there is potential for the two of you, if you become friends and if you honor this person, this feminine energy, whether male or female, as the, sincere, earnest, lovely person that they actually are, and meet them where they're at, then there is potential for a passionate and loyal connection. This woman is, like I said, fire sign energy, sympathetic and friendly person. And as a friendly person, they need friendship to be a part of the foundation of a lasting connection, for them to have, the kind of connection or reconnection that is worthy of them, or that they feel honors them, because they do have, even in a lower vibration, fire signs have a natural sense of self-worth, and though they can have low self-esteem and depression and be wounded just the same as anyone else, there is that seed of fire within them that is always sort of burning and never really gets extinguished. And so there is a part of this person that will not settle for less than the truth, and then the acknowledgement of a spiritual connection, and love. They want it all, and they can have it all. The Queen of Wands can and does have it all. Very loving and meaningful love is indicated with the Queen of Wands in your future energy with this person. But you have to put in the sincere effort to become friends with this person and to heal whatever damage has been done to this person, regardless of if it was done by a previous connection, or regardless if it's been done by you two and you've hurt them and there's been a separation between the two of you, and or because you have someone else, because you've involved someone else in this third party situation. Because if you're Queen of Wands settled for a third-party situation, let me tell you, this is not something that the Queen of Wands does, and she certainly doesn't do it lightly. It is a huge hit to her natural self-confidence and fiery energy to lower herself to be the other woman in any way, shape, or form, or to turn a blind eye, to a situation where their person of interest is involved with another romantic partner. That's a really demoralizing thing for the Queen of Wands. So don't expect her to continue in that pattern if she has in the past, or to return to that pattern if she's breaking free from it. Once she's done with that pattern, she's done with that pattern, and she's choosing herself. So put in the work, pile one. If you've got yourself a Queen of Wands, I definitely say that they are worth it. And try to understand things from their perspective of what they've been through, and see what you can do to move the connection forward by being patient while they go through a self-indulgent time, or not. If you want to move forward, certainly you can move forward, because this person is going to have a new beginning with or without you. I do see that there is love here, and I do see that this queen wants a friendship, but I think it's going to take some time to overcome the differences that you've had that have led you to this point. And in the Queen's eyes, it looks like if this is your energy, you have failed the test. So you're going to have to prove yourself that you are up to, like I said before, meeting her where she's at, and rising to the challenge of being, a more truthful person of good character and respectability, and someone who is going to be honest and not play games and not involve them in a third party, and not take advantage of their kindness, and also earn their love and affection and their trust, and earn your place in their life through genuine friendship. Not the kind of friendship is of, I'm just being your friend right now because, I want to get you in bed later, or I'm hoping that this will turn into something more. But genuine friendship, I think if you approach it that way, you'll have a much better chance of succeeding in a romantic sense with this person. So I'm going to get you a Romance Angels card for pile 1. Pile 1. What do the Romance Angels have to say about this connection? There you go. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So with the Free Yourself card, I'm inclined to say that you are the one that's in the third-party connection, or you are the one that's trying to break away from some sort of traditional role that has prevented you from connecting fully with your person. This card is saying that you need to free yourself from that and take control of your life. You are the captain of your own ship, and so you call the shots and decide what's important to you, and then you go after it, and once you have it, you guard it and you maintain it. You put in the work. And the Reconciliation card is saying that this person is going to return to your life. So this fire sign energy, they might be overindulging and cutting out the BS at this time, but it looks to me from these cards that you're going to free yourself from whatever has held you two apart, and you're going to make the efforts towards reconciling with this person, because this queen would only accept you back if you did exactly that, put in the effort. Alright, thank you pile 1 for watching. Hope you found that helpful. Moving on to pile 2. Welcome pile 2. This is your love connection reading. The message we got from your person is, I'm sorry for the way things ended up. So your person is sorry for the way that things ended up between the two of you. So ended up suggests an ending. Let's see what's going on here. Spirits, guides, and angels, please give us the messages that will be most helpful in this reading. Getting pile 2 the messages that they need to hear. Pile 2. See what's up. What's up with you and your person? We've got the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is someone rushing into battle. It's an energy that's very assertive, but it's also an energy that could be full of sharp words and confrontational energy. At the very least, assertive energy. You can talk about a message or an offer coming towards you, but it's not one that's necessarily going to be soft and cuddly. It's going to be one that is more intellect and spirit based. Someone who is sort of a lot of hot air, or has a lot to say, because this is an air sign energy card, and air signs typically have a lot to say. Not always. This could be your person, or it could be in your person's chart, but this does talk about a moderately mature, not totally mature energy moving towards with something to say, and with a very assertive energy. So let's see what else. Pile 2. Then we've got the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is very nurturing energy, sensual, creative, artistic, mothering type. Someone who sees the good in people, is, again, like I said, very sensitive, even psychic, picks up on things that others don't. And they are sort of the soft and ooey gooey type, kind of the opposite this Knight of Swords. So the cards actually came out in this way. So it looks like perhaps this air sign energy moved away from this queen energy, Queen of Water energy, and she's just kind of chilling and reflecting at the time. What I feel with this is, because they're so different, almost opposite, the Queen is a very wise person, but she's also someone who trusts too easily at times, and can stand to be more, not only more assertive, but more discerning, able to see people for who they really are and make decisions based on their honest interpretation or honest insights about a person. So this Knight of Swords is running away in the opposite direction. Doesn't necessarily have to be that. This is what I'm getting. Let's get some more cards. If anything, that Queen can learn from the Knight of Swords to be a little bit more assertive and to use their words a little bit more, as opposed to like their psychic sort of telepathy that they have, or their ways of communicating. Water signs communicate telepathically or through body language and emotions. We've got the King of Fire, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo energy. So it's possible that your Queen has another suitor, someone who is in on the mix. Either that person is a fire sign or has it in their chart, or you have fire in your chart. But the King is this is a go-getter. This is somebody that's at the top of their game in some area of their life, usually an entrepreneur or a boss of some kind. They're pretty laid back, even funny and easygoing, but they will stand up and fight to win if they need to. If it doesn't represent a third party, and it won't for everybody, I say third party because we have that. I'm sorry for the way things ended up. There's also obviously some sort of conflict between the two of you. So if it isn't a third party, this is representing a loyal and mutually affectionate relationship. So it could be that this is you and your person. One of the things that the water and the fire elements have in common is that they are considered the feelers of the astrology chart of the zodiac. They're both more feelers, whereas the air signs and the earth signs are more thinkers. Then that's not to say that it's always that way, or it's strictly that way, but generally speaking, that's the case. So they have something in common. If this is you, then you connect on an emotional level. Let's see what else here. Okay, so we've got some fast action coming in here, some creative projects. This could even be something that your person is working on at work with someone. This could be a colleague or a co-worker that they have sort of an emotional connection with, that they work together with on a project or something like that, something creative. Like a passion project, let's say. But this is also a card that talks about fast communication and fast action. So already saw that there is an indication of fast communication, fast and assertive communication from the Knight of Swords. But both of the communication cards are sort of pointing away from the couple here, the Queen of Water and the King of Staffs, which leads me to think that there is a lack of communication between the two of them, at least verbal communication. If this is you and your person, you might communicate mostly through sex, if you're in a sexual relationship, or in some other way that is passionate. Maybe you share, like I said, share passions, or work on something together that brings you together, and that's what you focus on when you're together, as opposed to actual communicating of your thoughts and feelings, or anything about your intentions regarding the connection. We have the Page of Fire right here. So Page of Fire does talk about thinking about communicating. So as I said, there is a need for communication within this connection, some way of really getting your points of view and your ideas across to one another. Seems like you're sort of immature in that regard. And then maybe when you do actually speak up to one another, it comes across too sharp, or is flawed in some other way that prevents your message or point of view from getting across. So this could be the way that your person feels towards you. If you're the fire sign energy, this could be the way that you feel towards your person. But the Page of Wands is generally a positive energy in a reading, and it does talk about sort of the optimism of a child and the desire to want to communicate or deliver a message in a way that is well received. So at least there's the desire to do that, because we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and it comes out underneath the Queen. So I feel that the water sign energy is perhaps the one that needs to make an apology. They in the past have behaved in a sneaky manner, or maybe just have strategized for their own ends and tried to work a situation to their benefit without enough consideration for you, and how their behaviors are going to affect you or your connection. And for that they are sorry, and they're wanting to return, whatever it is they've stolen from you. If that's your happiness, they want to return it. If it's your heart or an actual item or object, they do want to give it back to you and make it up to you in some way. They might have had some sort of an intuitive feeling about that inspired some sort of sneaky behavior at worst, or just kind of cunning or strategic behavior at best. Maybe they thought that they were following their intuition when in fact they were following their ego, and they were misled. But I don't feel that the intentions were necessarily negative, but instead they ended up behaving in a way that they feel sorry for, and it resulted in some sort of an ending or some sort of a conclusion, at least temporarily, that they regret. Or this could be you, viewer. This could be you regretting something that you feel you need to apologize for. Let's see what else. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Coins in the upright. So this is talking about achieving a financial standing. Now, it doesn't mean you're a millionaire, but it means that you have your needs met, that you've worked out your finances and your support situation in such a way that your needs are met, and you're sort of sitting pretty. You're pretty comfortable, or at least comfortable in your own skin. This is a card about somebody who is down to earth, who is grounded, who is sensual, who knows what they want. This comes out underneath the King of Wands, so this could be the viewer. The viewer is feeling happy in a sort of single energy. Now, the King of Wands is not typically single, but so you could be in this connection with this person, but there's still a side of you, viewer, that is always wanting to have your own money, always wanting to have your own life. You always wanting to have this feeling of not being separate, but being independent in a healthy way, and having your own little lot in life that you can go and retreat to when you need to, in order to feel comfortable in your own skin. And this is perhaps, a result of whatever minor deception or behaviors this water sign has taken. Maybe it's just that they did not communicate with you in an effective way, and this led to some misunderstanding that left you feeling that this person was sort of in a player energy, and it really helped you to tap into your inner independence again, or to make you realize that if you needed to be single again, you most definitely could be, and that there's a little part of you that still prefers that. Let's see what else. The Judgment card is here with the number 20. So that might have some significance to somebody. So what this is saying is that whatever communications that have occurred around this connection, it has led to a wake-up call and sort of a second chance regarding getting to know one another or communicate to one another in such a way that ends up in you working out some of your issues. It's a second chance with this card to clear the air and to really feel like this connection is new again. Of course, it is also about weighing the pros and cons, and I feel that you are trying to decide whether or not this connection is something that is purely sexual, if it's worth giving up your independence for, if the fact that the two of you can't communicate very directly or effectively with one another is something that you can overcome. And I think the fact that, you need to apologize to your person, or you are expecting an apology from your person is a big factor with regard to tipping the scales, which will help you to make the decision on whether or not you're going to embrace a second chance. But there is a resurrection of feeling here and a resurrection of passion. Passion is not the problem in this connection. The emotional connection, the sexual connection is definitely there. But it's just a matter of wanting to know, if it's going to be worth it, if it's going to amount to more than that. Because there has been some sort of an ending, whether temporary or permanent, in this connection. And where it goes from here is highly dependent on your ability to get on the same page. So let's see what else. Some more cards here for pile 2. Hierophant in reverse. This came out in the first reading as well. So this talks about bucking tradition. It talks about going against, a religious order or a belief system instilled by the family that you were raised in, or a group of friends who have instilled a somewhat social order upon you, and you're needing to break away from it and wanting to break away from it because what it's done is it's made you feel actually it's kept you immature in a way because you're not thinking for yourself, and that has affected your ability to communicate, and it's kept your communication skills at an immature level, lower than it should be. Now you have a lot of hope regarding this connection, I feel, and your ability to get back on the same page with this queen, or this king, take it how it resonates, but it does make you feel extremely vulnerable because you've been taken advantage of in the past, and I think you feel that this person has taken advantage of you, whether they have or not, and so this puts you in a state of vulnerability. So you're just basically a fish out of water, right? You're not really sure what you're doing. It's like a kid that walks to school for the first time. You are used to others holding your hand, and now you're having to do something, for the first time on your own, and it's scary. You know that you can do it, but you've just never done it before. And I really feel like this is some sort of a departure that you have to make from everything that you've ever known about love and relationships and just socialization between people, and your outlook and viewpoint, the way that you see the world. All of that is being challenged by this connection, and all of that is challenging you to grow up, and it begins with communicating and getting your throat chakra unblocked and being able to get in touch with that which is true to you and your belief system. What do you feel about this person? What do you think about this person? And not what your friends think, not what your family thinks, but what do you feel? And then being able to move forward and make some sort of a message to your person to get back on the same page with them, even though you do feel vulnerable. Being over-reliant or even codependent on others has only held you back. and it's held you back in this connection. So going forward, pile 2, what's the future between pile 2 and their person they came to this reading for? There is definitely a sense of you being single, pile 2, because what I'm seeing here is these two coming out next to each other. Now we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse, and that talks about unrequited love. It talks about that you feel that this person doesn't love you, and you have in turn made this person feel that you don't love them. That's a possibility as well. Take what resonates. But I'm feeling that there has been emotional loss due to an error made by this water sign energy, I feel, but it could be the fire sign energy. It could be any sign. But what I'm really feeling is that this error had to do with someone behaving in a shady way. And whether their intentions were shady or not, because the Seven of Swords is not always a shady energy. Sometimes it just means, working behind the scenes, but not because you are trying to get away with anything, but because this is the most effective way to get what you want. So it doesn't necessarily always have to have a negative connotation, although I do feel with this reading that it was whatever was done was received in a negative light, and this has caused this loss of love, this lack of emotional care for one another, and this separation in emotions between the two of you. And it's really needing a new beginning, because we got the Magician card, which is a Gemini Virgo energy, could be in somebody's chart. And the Magician is all about using your resources to connect and to recreate something, and to turn that frown upside down. I don't know why I wanted to say that. The Ace of Cups in reverse is like a frown. You want it to be turned right side up, right? You want it to be, because the Ace of Cups upright is about emotional abundance and an overabundance and a spilling over of positive, loving emotion. So it's in the reverse. That means that the opposite is happening at this time, and it's due to this apology that needs to be made, or that is forthcoming. Now, I do feel that this apology is forthcoming, and I think it'll be done in such a way that it'll be hard to ignore it or to turn it away. But I do think that it's something that you're going to have to continue to manifest. And I think that you are manifesting it, but you're manifesting it from a single energy. And in that way, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But if you want a reconciliation with your person, you might need to be a little bit less, I don't want to say selfish, but a little less focused on yourself and your own hurt feelings. And, like that scene in Moonstruck. I always bring up movie references. I'm a movie person. It's my thing. Let it go. But it is applicable. There's a scene in Moonstruck where Cher is sitting down with Nicolas Cage in his kitchen. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. It's a 30-year-old movie. You should have seen it by now. It's a great movie. But she's sitting down in the kitchen with him, and he's talking about, all his hardship in life and how he had lost his girl and he was heartbroken over it. And she just, looks at him and says, "What's the matter with you? You think you're the only one that's ever shed a tear? You think you're the only one that's ever shed a tear? Dude, you're not the only one that's ever been hurt in love. And I'm not making light of your emotions or your heartbreak or your upset feelings about what happened. But I am saying that if you want to manifest this person back into your life, or get back on the same page together and move this connection forward in a positive way, then you're going to need to realize that it's not all about you, and that this person was hurt too. And that, as I said before, I don't feel that what this person did that upset you was malicious. And so, and if it's the other way around, then take it the other way around. If your person feels upset that you were sneaky and did something wrong to them, I don't feel that you did it maliciously, but it has resulted in this loss of love, this Ace of Cups in reverse. And it's not to say there is no love in this connection. It's just to say that it is really, really blocked, and there's been a lot of upset and hurt feelings regarding, this connection. And I feel that it's really happened between the two of you, and one or both of you is waiting for an apology. And I feel that apology is forthcoming, and that you are manifesting that apology, and you are manifesting that reconnection, this judgment to go in your favor. So if you're worried that if you come forward to this person and apologize for something that you may have done, that they will reject it, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that they will reject it. I think they will be open to hearing you out. And as long as you aren't afraid to be a little bit vulnerable, and to sort of wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit, and come to this person in a warm energy. But you have got to not be so self-focused, or so worried about being perfect, or about not looking powerful. You've got to, let that ego go just a little bit in order to get back on the same page with this person. Let's get one more card. So the last card is the Page of Coins in reverse. So this is an earth sign energy, and it comes out next to the Magician card. So this could be, a Virgo energy, but doesn't have to be. It could be in somebody's chart. So this is a delay in communication, and a blockage within the person who needs to come forward. I feel like it's you. It's a blockage that's going to continue to occur regarding your connection, because I think you're afraid that this person is going to reject you, that the judgment isn't going to go in your favor, and that you're really sort of, like I said earlier, manifesting continued singledom, whether you're physically in a connection with this person or someone else or not. There's a part of you that likes your own independence, and likes your own things, and wants to feel empowered and large and in charge and in control. And you can, veer on the side of being manipulative. I really feel that, you're the one that owes this person an apology. Unfortunately, because of manipulative tendencies within you that's caused hurt due to trying to not be vulnerable and not express how you truly feel about this person. And not all of that is due again, like I said, to being sneaky or deceptive, but it's due to fear of rejection, fear of not being loved in return, because maybe this is what happened to you in the past. I don't know. You take it as it resonates. But for whatever reason, there was a misconnection with regard to your connection in terms of effectively communicating your feelings for one another, and your thoughts with one another. And there's a concern on one or both of your parts that it was, a sexual connection. And so this has caused some, sharp words to be said in the past between the two of you. But it was just out of the frustration of not knowing where you really stood with one another, or the depth of your connection. So in going forward in the future, although you're manifesting, it's going to be a while before you have really learned your lesson regarding this connection enough to trust to come forward and to offer something solid. Yeah, there's definitely some continued lack of clarity going forward. So let's see what the romance angels have to say about this. Romance angels, what do you have to say about pile 2, please? Heart, what did I say? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I am being drawn to read from the book on this, because I think that the wording in here might have a message for someone in particular who's watching this. basically the card is what it says it is. You need to have a conversation, get on the same page, communicate to each other. It's necessary. Maybe this is the past energy between you. Your water sign came towards you and was trying to be like, hey buddy, I feel for you, I think I love you, and you're like, I don't know what to say to that. Alright, I'm getting silly. But yeah, let's see what the book says. It says that your love life needs a healthy infusion of honest communication. You've been harboring emotions that are masking your feelings of love. And there's still time to heal the situation. It will require effort on your part. You may need to initiate an uncomfortable discussion and risk upsetting your partner. In the end, though, this is necessary to a necessary move to ensure the health of your relationship. So this even gets into saying, maybe going to counseling and using a neutral third party to help mediate if it's gotten that bad between the two of you. Somebody that can help steer the conversation and keep it productive. But the bottom line is that you do need to have an honest discussion about your feelings for each other. Alright, pile 2, thank you for tuning in. That's all I have for you, and I'm moving on to pile 3. If this reading resonated, please let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you next time. Welcome, pile 3. For those who chose pile 3, the yellow card, this is the tarot reading that your person would receive if they went to a tarot reader about you. I'm leaning on my friends to get me through this difficult time. So your card is, I'm leaning on my friends to get me through this difficult time. So your person's love interest says they're leaning on their friends. Let's get some more cards to see what this is about. Shuffle here. Pile 3. First card out is the Death card in reverse. The Death card in reverse talks about refraining from allowing something to end. It's talking about a cycle ending, but someone holding on to the past and not wanting the ending to occur. It's a Scorpio energy card, so that could be in one or both of your charts. Take what resonates. The next card out is the Three of Coins. So this talks about collaboration and working together. It talks about teamwork. You could be working on a creative project together. You might have met at work. This person or yourself might be facing a change at work. Perhaps it's time to transition to a new place of employment, but your person isn't wanting to do that. That is Earth sign energy. Next card out is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is air sign energy, and it talks about having nightmares. So it looks like your person is having nightmares about you. If this is stress related to work, as indicated by the Three of Coins, it could be that they're having mental stress regarding work. But since this is a love connection reading, I feel that this person is really holding on to this connection in hopes that you'll be able to come to some sort of compromise that will prevent this connection from ending, and this keeps your person up at night. They are really into a lot of negative thinking and constant worry and playing out negative scenarios in their head, what they fear will happen. But fortunately, this period of mental anguish is coming to an end for this person. Let's see what else. The Six of Swords in reverse talks about travel or a vacation that is being delayed. Perhaps this person is wanting to go on a trip and there have been delays that are causing some of this mental anguish. Maybe they wanted to go on a trip with you, but I'm feeling that this is more reaffirmation that this person doesn't want your love connection to end or to change or to make the necessary transformations that we see here indicated, trying to come in with the Death card in reverse. So this person is refraining from moving forward. They are staying in choppy waters. They are staying in this energy of Nine of Swords as opposed to allowing themselves to move forward to happier times. But again, I do feel that period of mental anguish is ending. It's ending for your person. We've got the Three of Swords here underneath the Death card. So the reason for holding on to the past and not letting it go is because this person is very emotionally wounded. If this applies the other way around, then take it vice versa. But I feel that your person is heartbroken. They're feeling a lot of emotional pain and betrayal and emotional loss with the Three of Swords. And it is because of this that they haven't been able to heal and move forward. They are being codependent on this relationship with the Nine of Coins in reverse. Maybe it's for material reasons that they're being codependent, or they just can't see themselves moving on without you. I feel that they do have a lot to offer, but because of the heartbreak, they're not being able to embrace and express their independence and their abundance and all of the beauty and comfort in themselves that they normally can express. All of that is on hold right now because they have these money worries, again related to maybe work or some collaboration that they had going on with you. So if the two of you are splitting up, as the cards are indicating, that this could be a message for some that your person is worried about their finances and trying to come to a compromise with you regarding that so that they can get back on their feet or maintain, some level of comfort in their lifestyle, but they desperately feel that they're not going to be able to do that. That there's instability in their resources as a result of this, of the direction that this connection is taking, and or due to troubles at work. The Eight of Cups, this is talking about, again, sort of walking away from the situation, just feeling like walking away, being devastated. Perhaps you've walked away from the situation. It's resulting in this person having, these nightmares and not being able to sleep at night, and feeling really unstable within themselves, suffering low self-esteem, suffering some bouts of depression, and generally not wanting you to go away. They're not wanting you to go away, and they're not wanting this connection to be over. The World card wanted to come out upright, so the World card is talking about graduating from one level to the next. So whatever you've been through has been part of your spiritual journey and path. It is talking about completing a cycle. You've been through a journey together, and that cycle is complete. That contract is fulfilled. So this is positive in the sense that you've accomplished what you've come together to accomplish. This can be a twin flame indicator card as well. But it's because of the wonderful time that you have had together that this person doesn't want to let the situation go. Or perhaps this is you not wanting to let the situation go and not wanting the natural ending to occur that the universe is trying to make occur, because whether you stay together or not, this period of time has been fraught with heartache and walking away. This needs to end in order for something new to begin. Could very well be that this connection is moving up to a higher level. Let's see. Ace of Swords upright. The Ace of Swords is about clarity, seeing things clearly, being honest, cutting away all that is inauthentic or false to see the truth. It's also talking about determination. So I feel that your person is very determined to have a new beginning, a new start, one where there is truth and honesty as the foundation, as well as communication between the two of you. And this person has love for you and wants to communicate that, and or wants you to communicate that to them. They're very afraid. They're afraid that if they step out of bounds or they make one false move, that they're going to upset whatever balance the two of you have right now in your connection. If the two of you have reached some sort of status quo amongst you, then this person is afraid that any new beginning could jeopardize that. Regardless, decisions do need to be made going forward on how to proceed in the connection. And part of a consideration in that decision is the Ace of Wands in reverse, is talking about your person not wanting to see that there has been the flame has sort of died out between the two of you. And this could be a temporary thing, maybe not, but the passion is needing to be rejuvenated in this connection. It could be you just do the depression or the hurt feelings that have occurred that have taken a toll on the passion side of this connection. But whatever the case may be, this person is wanting a new beginning, but I don't feel that that's going to be able to happen until you address the underlying lack of chemistry the two of you are experiencing at this time. And perhaps the relationship was based a lot on chemistry before, and so your person is wanting a more honorable union now. They're no longer wanting it to be based simply on passion, but they want it to have a deeper meaning with the Ace of Swords. So this new beginning needs to have that deeper meaning. So perhaps this is what your person is trying to balance and come to terms with the Two of Swords. They're looking within themselves. They're trying to use their intuition to decide how to get what they want from this connection, to have the right kind of new beginning, because they put a lot of work into this connection, and it has become a burden to the both of you, and a burden to your person especially. But this time of feeling the heat, feeling the pressure of this connection, all of its problems and issues, is starting to wrap up, is starting to come to an end. So that ending is here, that new beginning is coming, even though this person is resisting that from happening. There is a new beginning for your person coming in the future. Let's get some more cards here. For some of you, you may have had plans to travel together, but one of you has gone off on your own, and this has caused a lot of mental anguish and sadness for the one that was left behind. That could resonate for a few. The prospect of this ending really does things to your person, really breaks their heart, and they're just wanting very much to have this new beginning, and they're willing to work on it, willing to collaborate, they're willing to look within, they're willing to continue putting in the work. The question is, are you willing to? That's two cards. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. So you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse, water sign energy. And this is talking about somebody that's not really in touch with reality at this time. Somebody who could be very selfish, indulgent, manipulative. And it's talking about a love relationship. It's talking about a flawed love relationship that needs work. The Queen of Coins in reverse is talking about someone who would use like sexual favors in order to maintain their resources. Somebody that might use sex to manipulate with. Those are two queens, and then we've got the Tower here. Somebody has resisted making change, as we see here, indicates that your person has resisted making change, and as a result, these changes are being forced upon them. This person has seen this coming for a while, so it's not really a huge surprise. They've still just tried to work on the connection to prevent that from happening. Temperance card in reverse. There is imbalance here, a lot of imbalance. This person might be up to, being sexual with you, but it's not because they feel so much passion. It's more that they're trying to maintain their own status quo because they are imbalanced at this time. They're not seeing their self-worth. They're not well at this time, I feel. This is depression, this is lack of self-worth, and this is a loss of emotion and a loss of a new beginning. Three of Cups in reverse. So when I see the two queens here in reverse, this could be talking about a water sign energy or an earth sign energy. We also had Scorpio here earlier, and Temperance is Sagittarius. So you could have multiple options, and this is what is affecting your person and putting them in this really bad headspace and making them behave out of character. Or maybe this is this person's character, take what resonates, but I do feel that with the Three of Cups in reverse, somebody is really overindulging, and it could be you with women or feminines. So this can also mean addictions like drugs, alcohol, food, or anything that you're addicted to, overthinking, social media, spending, take what resonates. That could be particularly true of the Queen of Water energy. I feel that we've got the Ten of Coins here, so this is about a stable home life with the partner of your choice, with your soulmate, somebody that you can have children with, have a family with, that you can have an extended family involving grandparents, and it's also a union that is supported by spirit and passed over loved ones as well. It's a very financially and resourcefully sound commitment, and this comes out underneath the Queen of Coins in reverse. So whoever this earth sign energy is, doesn't have to be an earth sign, could just have those traits. They are really wanting this deeper commitment with you, and they're just really trying to figure out how to make it happen. And if it means using coy, feminine tricks, then they're going to do that, because this person has really low self-esteem, but they do want to work on the connection, genuinely put in the work. But I just feel that the desperation I'm feeling off these cards is a little off-putting, to be honest. And we have the Hangman in, oh, this is upright Hangman. So this is, the Hanged Man is, I believe, Neptune. Isn't that Neptune energy? But regardless, it's talking about stagnation. In one sense, it's about going within and trying to attain either spiritual enlightenment, or, to put it another way, just new and better ideas about whatever it is that you're contemplating. But the thing with the Hanged Man is the Hanged Man isn't moving, right? they're just kind of hanging out, meditating, and trying to gain a higher perspective in order to figure out the best way for them to move forward in whatever goal that they're trying to attain. So this is a card of stagnation, and I feel that, you know, somebody was over contemplating, and this is what brought on the Tower in reverse, is this energy of really trying to figure it out yourself, and not taking action when action was called for. And so then these major changes were being forced on you by the universe. Okay, yeah, this is Neptune. So Neptune is the planet that rules Pisces. So it would be Pisces energy. So maybe you've driven your person crazy with your stagnation and immobility with regard to this connection. And this has really made this person act out. If you're seeing multiple people, you're trying to weigh and see who would make the best wife material, but you're not going about it the right way. And we've got the King of Coins here as an earth sign energy that does talk about a stable and committed relationship. If it is a person, it's talking about a grounded, sensual business person, somebody who really likes their material things, but in a balanced way. And so this could be how your person is seeing you. Again, I really feel that that your person is wanting you to let go of any third-party energies that you might be in, and to come out of your hangman position and see the work that they've put into this. And they look at you and they see that you have a lot of value, both monetarily, resource-wise, and as a person. I feel like the passion does need to be worked on, and in order to move to this next level, that a lot of healing needs to take place, particularly with your person who is wanting, clarity and wanting their broken heart to be healed. If this are two women or two people, then it looks more like the water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, might have been the third party and got their heart broken, whereas this earth sign energy might have been the one that you were with first, or that you had more of a commitment with, because we have a match here with the Queen of Coins in reverse and the King of Coins upright. So I feel that something happened to make this Queen go in reverse like this. It doesn't have to be, but I'm getting the sense that maybe she was too codependent on you, and you needed to step away and get your space. And as a result of that, things just started to go badly, and you tried to hold back the tide, try to prevent everything from falling apart, but due to the imbalance in the connection and the lack of passion, or the waning passion that occurred as a result of a third party, or if this isn't a third party, I really feel this is a third party. And if the third party is talking about work, or a mother figure, some outside influence that impacts the connection, then it has taken a major toll on the connection. So I'm inclined to get some more cards here. Doing more cards for this pile than the previous piles. So we've got the Sun card is a Leo energy, and it talks about nurturing and happiness, the joyfulness of a child. It talks about hope. Yeah. And it does talk about happiness. So coming out of this period of unhappiness, so let's see what else. So that does soften the cards around it. The Page of Coins in reverse is saying that there is a delay to an offer or a communication with regard to having this happy home. Oops. Oh, that's not right. 2 more cards. Just 2 more. Okay. Another page, this one is upright, and it does talk about a new beginning, a new relationship. So after the Hanged Man comes out of their stagnation, they're going to have some optimistic ideas about rekindling a romance in a passionate sense, which it looks like this reading, it could use that rekindling of the flame. A lot of cards here. Whatever happened, you know, in the connection, the Lover's card came out in reverse. It looks like, again, this is the cooling of affections, but it's also outside interference that supports the assertion about a third party. But let's see, we also got the Two of Cups in reverse, and so the Two of Cups in reverse is not feeling loved in the connection because somebody is being too childish. And the Knight of Swords upright, somebody that is shrewd, a sharp thinker, a boss type person, could be a little bit, you know, overly analytical and non-emotional. And this over-analysis is what prevents this person from giving the Queen of Coins what she wants, which is the Ten of Coins. And then the Seven of Staffs in reverse is talking about giving up here. So I feel that your person is feeling unloved. There is a lot of outside obstacles, and I think that if you were to come forward to try to communicate with your person, even in a positive manner, I don't feel that that your person is actually ready to stop playing the coy games and to stop thinking about getting what they want. I don't feel that what they wanted was 100% in your interests or 100% fair. I think they might have some mental health issues, and that causes this mental imbalance and an imbalance in their emotions and their inability to show up for you as an equal partner. And don't shoot the messenger. This is really what I'm getting, and it's not what I expected to get. And I'm not saying that you were an angel and that you had nothing to do with the state that your person is currently in, but they are in a state where they're holding on too tight, and this is preventing them from having healthy closure and from healing. And the emotions that they are experiencing are based on a lot of negative thinking. Some of that negative thinking is not rational, and some of it is. But it's coming from an imbalanced place, and a place of fear. So let's see what the romance angels have to say about this. Romance angels, what can you tell us about pile 3, please? Give us further insight on pile 3. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. So there can be some differences in regard to your religious or spiritual beliefs, differences between your family and their family. You're very different people. Maybe you just come from different parts of the country or parts of town and different tribes, basically. And this is caused obstacles and just a difference of opinions that have led to the clashes and the negative issues within the connection. Let's get another one. I feel almost like maybe one of you or your person has experienced the child abuse motivated by religious zealotry, which is like, that could resonate for a couple of you. Not all of you, but it's like an overfixation on religious ideologies. That's supported by the children card that came out. Your love life is being affected by children, so either you have children together. We saw that your person wants children, but there is a huge, Grand Canyon between what they want and what they're capable of having at this time, until I feel they need to get some sort of help with resolving some of these childhood issues, as the children card talks about unresolved childhood issues and the need to address and take care of one's inner child, nurture that inner child in a way that integrates it into the adult, so that the adult can function in a healthy way in relationships and in their lives in general. And this card is saying to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, yeah, stay optimistic. If you want to manifest this connection back into your life, it looks like it's going to take quite a long time, but if you really love this person, then it is possible. We saw the Sun card come out. That generally softens the other cards in the reading. Obviously, if you're involved in a third party, you need to cut that out. We did see with the first card being, I'm leaning on my friends to get me through this difficult time. So, one of the other queens in the spread might have been referring to a friend, but if this person is leaning on negative or toxic friends, or friends who have the same toxic belief systems that this person I sense is having, so this is an intuitive reading, and then this is contributing to continued issues within the connection. Your person obviously does have very strong feelings for you. I just feel that they're going about it in an unhealthy way of trying to quote unquote get you or catch you. And this is a conversation that you need to have with them. I think you've gone within, you've tried to figure out a way to collaborate with this person in a way that makes sense to you, but ultimately it just has you distancing yourself from this person because you feel manipulated by them. And I really wish you could figure out a way to collaborate with this person, but this person's healing is 100% on them. You can't do the healing work for someone else. And again, you can try and manifest this connection and stay optimistic, as this card says. But I feel that in your future, you're going to continue to distance yourself, and maybe that is what's needed in order to heal this connection and give this person the space that they need to work on themselves, to love themselves, and do their inner child work. But I do recommend highly that, you don't juggle, that you don't mess around if you want this person. Even if you're distancing yourself from them, it only feeds their low self-esteem when you see other people. So if you're going to see other people, then make sure that you are 100% sure that you want this connection to be ended once and for all. Okay? Because we've already seen that an ending's trying to come in, your person's trying to stop it from happening, but with the World card, it's already been completed. So you need to move up to the next level, and if this person wants to join you, then they need to do their inner work. And if they can't do that inner work, then you're going to have to ascend on your own and hope that they catch up with you. And at some later date down the line, and if they are your soulmate or twin flame, they should be able to do it, but there are no guarantees, unfortunately. So best wishes with that. Thank you for watching Pile 3. I hope you were able to gain some insight. I hope it was able to help you in at least some way. If it did resonate, please comment in the comment section down below, and have a good night.